Hello, everybody. It's Christine. It's time for a BoBunny stash bash. And, oh, that sounded really strange. Sorry about that, y'all. This is a 2013. It is called Isabella. And what I have is some pictures here. This is when we were at the Grand Canyon, you guys. It was a little cloudy and it actually kind of snowed on us. And I picked these because I have this gray kind of cloud cover. There's a tad pink kind of going on, but it's kind of this gray cloud cover. And this is the photos with us us in them. I have a bunch of other landscape ones I may do later, maybe with the same collection because I can put them together. But what I have, you guys, I don't know what I thought at some point. I clearly had some plans. I don't know. I had punched this out, which that's really pretty, with a border punch thing I have. Of course, I have some scraps. Gray cardstock is in here. I have 2 of the sticker sheets. I've already kind of thumbed through this just a little bit to see what I had in here. 2 of the sticker sheets, which is really hot pink here. And then I have, what's so funny is I had 2 like base pages made. I don't know what I was thinking, like a stripe one and then this one here. I don't know what I was thinking. Who knows? And then I have these pages here. Again, there's a lot of hot pink, you guys. So, but then there's also these grays. I do like these little zigzaggy things because they kind of remind me of mountains. So maybe I can do something with those. I'm not sure. This is really pretty. I've contemplated if I could fussy cut these out. But the problem is I see only a handful that are like full ones. And I don't really want to ruin a sheet of paper. But I might could come along and cut out of here at some point. I haven't decided, you guys. And then I have a scrap of this. Okay, so that's what I have going on. Plenty to work with, obviously. No embellishments except these stickers, which are always a challenge for me to use anymore. Because as I've said 1,000 times, it's just basically circles and squares. Just circles and squares and then these little border strips too. So that's kind of good. And I obviously have some stickers for a title. No idea what it's going to be. I might could spell Grand Canyon. That might work. So I'm kind of debating, like, you know, I could take and do something with this. Maybe I come from this side. That's kind of pretty. And then something with these. I don't know. Maybe I keep them together or something like this. I might trim them down just a hair. I don't know. I could do something like that. That could be really pretty. And then I've used up one of my little base pages. But then I don't really get too much into my scrap. I mean, I could probably mount my photos and stuff like these. These could be pretty. So that might be what I do, y'all. Just to kind of use up stuff I've already got kind of going on here. I don't want to be lazy. But you know what? Work smarter, not harder, right? So I'm kind of, let me trim these down just a hair and see what I can do. And I'll come back on in a second. Okay, you guys. So this doesn't take me very long because I hate to say it like this, but I'm a little bit lazy in the sense like 90% of the work was already done. I decided to use one of the base pages because I'm like, hey, this is already ready to go. And then I had that pre-cut little ginormous doily thing. I'm like, okay, that's ready to go. I did go ahead and mount my photos on a scrap piece of it's like gray and cream, I guess, and then a piece of white cardstock. And I just kind of did the white because I wanted it to kind of stand out off of that gray, and the little pattern wasn't quite doing it for me. So I added the white, and then what I'm going to do is just put this sticker right here in the middle because I do have that little gap kind of in the middle when I did the wonk. I thought about doing the pictures straight, but it just didn't speak to me that way. So I kind of wonked them, but then I ended with that little gap in the middle there. So I have to put this little, I shouldn't say have to. I chose to put this sticker here, and it says full of wonder, which makes total sense because this is these pictures here are from the Grand Canyon, you guys. This is when we went to Grand Canyon. It was actually my daughter's 21st birthday when we went there after that trip, and it was stunning. I'm not going to lie. You know, you see the pictures, and they just don't do it justice, and even these pictures do not do it justice. We pulled up over the ridge, and it was like, oh my gosh, your breath is taken away. And so I do actually use these sticker letters here, and it says, what a view. I'm going to tell you guys something. At one point, I lose the T. I have no idea where it went. I'm gonna do this stuff here. I put the title down. It's not really stuck because it's old stickers, and the adhesive is just dyed. That kind of worries me in some way if you think about that, because it's like, okay, are my other stickers on my other layouts, all of those things going to stay if I didn't glue them down? Anyways, I stuck that there, and then I stuck down a few little words that I had pulled out of a book or a sticker sheet or something that said, good times or memories Good times are memories outside. And then I had a little circle thing that says favorite spot. And then I decided there was the little tag over there on the sticker sheet. And I thought that'd be a good little grounding thing for the title, because the title felt like it was just kind of floating to me a little bit. So I add that up in the upper left there. So I've got what of you. I've got the little thing down the lower right. And then I decided I got these little pink bubble looking things. They're kind of marbly on top. They're $49 a market. And they're this kind of hot pinkish, you know. So I decided, okay, I'm going to add those. I'm going to kind of modernize this collection here a little bit with these little bubbles here. And then I'm also, you can kind of see them in the upper left corner up there, those gray or like almost, not steel colored, but like it's a dark gray, kind of shiny gray enamel dots. And I'm going to use the little ones out of there. I don't use the big ones. I do the little ones. So I've kind of got three little pink bubbles down there on the right. I think I put 3 bubbles in the left. And then I'm going to end up, and I kind of switched one out because it's a little adhesive. I struggle with adhesive on this one, y'all. I don't know what was going on, because even when I pull the little guys out here, 1 or 2 of them kind of fight me a little bit. I have to get it back onto its little adhesive dot. So I put that back, and then I'm going to pull my little gray dots out, and I'm going to stick these kind of in little groups. I think I didn't even count it, y'all. I think I have like 5 or 6 or something in the lower right, and then I put, you know, a number of them in the upper left, and this takes me just a second. Not a real long time. I mean, they're not too hard to get off. This is that time that I talk about when I'm trying to get these little tweezers, and they kind of flip around sometimes. I darn sure can't use my fingernails. That doesn't work. But anyway, I want to put that down there. But I don't actually do tons and tons and tons of this layout. I will in a minute take my fingernail and rough the edges of my little doily thing there. They're kind of, I don't know, they look a little too clean to me, I guess. And so I'm going to take my fingernail in just a minute and go along the doily pieces. Sorry, I just got to text you guys. I'm so sorry. I should really put the phone on like do not disturb when I'm doing voiceovers, because when it pops up on your phone, it's very distracting. So I'm going to switch over in just a second, and I think this might be where, I don't know if I've already roughed up the edges or not. Oh, here's where I'm doing it. So yeah, I'm just going to take my fingernail and kind of go around the edges of this thing and curl it up, and then I'm going to end up taking, and I don't know what I do next, if I'm honest. I cannot remember now. I got some string out. So the reason I'm saying I don't know what I do next is I add foam up underneath the edges of some of the doily pieces, and then I also add some string. I decided to take some string and just add a little texture, because I still felt like it needed a little something, and I couldn't figure out exactly what to do. I was kind of looking at the stickers and all that, but none of it really just spoke to me. I didn't want to use random butterflies and kind of the way this was designed, I just didn't see a good spot for anything else to go. So here's where I got the string, and it's actually a twine or whatever with like 3 strands, and so I will pull the 3 strands apart to make them a little bit thinner, and you'll see me do that here, and then I'll kind of wad them up, and you can see I got it in the lower right down there, and I'm going to add it in the upper left up there, kind of by that little A. I'm just going to wad it up, and I will use a little bit of glue. It's actually not Nuvo glue. It's the Berry Art or something like that. Yeah, Berry Art, because it has a thinner tip on it. And I had used it on the letters when I glued those down. I did use some wet glue, by the way, to glue the title letters down, because they weren't going to stick otherwise. So I add a little bit of glue, and then I start thinking to myself, well, I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape up underneath the edges of these doily pieces here. Of course, Saturn has to walk right over the top of everything. And in fact, you guys, right now, as I'm doing this voiceover, she is laying smack dab on the layout. But yeah, here's where I got the little the little foam tape bits, and I'm just going to put them around the edges of a couple of the pieces. I don't think I do all of them by any means. I think I do like 2 or 3, like 2 on the top maybe, or 2 on the bottom or something. I just kind of give a couple of them. The ones that are kind of naturally curling up, I just add a little help to it. And then I went ahead and did write on my top up here with this white gel pen. I just said the views at the Grand Canyon were just stunning. And I'm going to put this in an album with other layouts related to this trip. So I didn't write the date on it, but this was, I think it was 2019 actually. Yeah, it was 2019. And then that's basically what I do, you guys. That's my BoBunny Stash Bash this time. I still have enough to make at least one more layout, you guys. I have one more of the base pages, obviously, so I'm going to have to figure something out. So here's the slowdown. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have this collection. Some of you guys comment. Sometimes you're like, oh, gosh, I still have that collection, too. And I'm thinking, can we believe how much we have sitting around that's that old? It's so crazy. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.